Alexander Williamson. How is everybody doing? Hold on one sec. It always gets foggy in here. Let's see if that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. How is everybody doing this fine, lovely evening? Uh, it looks like no one was alerted to this stream because there are 4 of y'all in here. But thanks to the 4 of you who showed up, you guys are champs. I appreciate it. What's up, Thingamatorium? How's it going? Let's see. Oh, now people are rolling in. I see. Rolling in the deep now. Craig, what's up? K-Day, hello. Jay Oliver, what's going on, buddy? Anthony Rodriguez, hey, buddy. Frank Fazio, hello. Levi, Cheeky Weasel. Ooh, I like the Cheeky Weasel. That's a spicy meatball there. And Seong Kim, hello, thanks. Oh, your birthday is tomorrow? My actual birthday is tomorrow. Well, technically it was at 12:03 p.m. or a.m. So, yeah, it's technically tomorrow anyways. I mean, I celebrate it tomorrow usually. But this is the stream on Tuesdays, so it's happening now. Let's see here. Multi-Stripe Crew, what's up? Angie McGee, good to see you. And Chris, thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate it. Gage Roberts, what's up? Asaya, hello. And Seth. All right, now we got people rolling in. What's up? Oh, another $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's getting hot in here with all the love. Danikin, what is up, Kenny, my brother? Craig, hello. Andre, hello, thank you, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Wishes? Fishes? If fishes were wishes, that would be vicious. What is going on, guys? I honestly wanted to do another stream where I don't have an agenda. I have no articles to show you, no science to purport to know. I am just here to hang out with you guys because, in all reality, I mean, especially with the lockdown, again, foggy. Hold on, let me try to clear the lens. Again, with all the lockdowns and just the last crazy 2 years, y'all are my real friends. A lot of you I know in real life and see in real life and all that. Some of you are across the world and I haven't got to yet, but someday we will reunite as the way we should have. I have a question for you guys in that this aquarium, the heater broke on it, and I have been trying to decide, hey, Kevin, thanks for the birthday wishes, buddy. So I've been trying to decide, what do I want to put in here because the heater broke? So I was at first thinking, oh, well, I'll just do a cold water or room temperature tank. So I put some gold ring tin wind Danios in here, and then also some of the meteor minnows. Look at that big finned one right there, the white cloud. Look at that. I can zoom because I'm not on StreamYard today. But I can't have any guests up, which it's a stupid trade-off. I wish I could zoom on StreamYard like this. But it is twitchy. Hey, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Kenny, a super chat. Happy birthday, brother. Hope you're having a good one. I am having a good one. Tomorrow I've got actually a bunch of surgery pre-op stuff for my spine surgery on the 27th. So far, it still looks like it's a go. It's all engines ready for takeoff, and so yeah, we'll see what happens because they put a hold on all surgeries that are not life-threatening. But my doctor said, I don't want to scare you, but your spine issues are in that life-threatening category. So, yeah, so that's good, I suppose. But I'm trying to decide. I just got a new heater, and I have a few tanks that could use heaters. For now, I put it in here because this tank is not in the fish room. It's not in the room that stays warm. This room can get down to 64 or 5 on a cold night. And these fish that are in here right now, the 2 species that are in here, they're fine. I mean, they're doing all right, and they'll do all right in the cool water. Although, you know what I miss is every tank I usually keep has some little, some sort of bottom loving fish. So whether it's moving my loaches in here or one of the cory species, or just maybe I did get some pygmea cories, and so I'm thinking moving them in here would be nice too. So I think I'm gonna put the heater on it again, and then yet again I can put this CO2 diffuser. It reaches over obviously really easily into this tank. So I can give this tank a little bit of CO2 and then give this tank a little bit of CO2, and it makes, it makes a big difference. So yeah. Hey Kevin, thanks buddy. I really appreciate it, man. Kyle Morrison also, happy birthday. It is your daughter's first birthday today. Well, happy birthday to her and congrats for having a daughter. Scouse Scaper, hello. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Kevin's Canines Aquatic. Happy birthday, Alex. He's got lots of emojis in there. I appreciate that. I am a visual learner. I don't know what I just learned other than I'm having a happy birthday from Kevin. Thank you, buddy. I really do appreciate it. I decided that any money from today's stream I'm gonna buy fish with because it's my birthday. Me. So, I'm going to answer your guys' questions and stuff. And, if we want to talk about anything, we can all talk about things and it'll be fun and we'll be like one big happy family. I did want to mention just a couple little updates because I like to do that during the live streams. But basically, this plant here, the Aponogeton ovate or Crispus red, it bloomed. Remember, it came to the top as a flower and then it turned to seed. That all melted, but what happened was it got so heavy that the weight of it broke off the actual bud. And so a few seeds developed, but I don't know how far. So I put some seeds in here, some seeds in here, and we'll see if they actually work their way to the bottom and grow into something. I'd be really sad if none of them did, but I think some will, hopefully, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's what's going on in here. I mean, I could also put my red tail lake inlay loaches in here, but the thing I want to do before I do put anything in here is catch all the fish out of here again and see if any eggs appear in the next week or two. And then I'm going to plant some new plants and stuff too. I've been trimming. Been doing a lot of work on the tanks and so forth, and also just kind of like trimming back what's kind of gotten overgrown in here. Like the red root floaters are looking, well, you guys this probably doesn't look incredible to you, but this is as blood red as a red root floater gets. It's just also on a live stream, the colors usually look pretty terrible, unless they're illuminated like a light. Like a neon light or something. Laura, what's up? S, what's up? Fish Tropic, what's up? And then also, I've got lots of baby lemon plecos doing well. I really like these black angelfish. They're so stark black that when I'm looking at the tank from far away, it just looks like there's a black hole in the tank. And I really, really dig when all three of them are just kind of cruising and they just interrupt the color that's in this tank. But yet again, I mean, it was a week ago that I did it some snip, snip, trim, and I've already got a snip, snip, trim again in here. So that's a little frustrating. So yeah, I gotta decide how much I'm gonna renovate this tank, if I want to rescape it a little bit. I feel like I'm feeling antsy, like I need to do such a thing. And then also over in here, the mess in here, I have another Twin Star light. Not this one, this is an old broken one. But when I visited Redfish Bluefish and saw Jason up on Woodby Island, I got some cool pieces of black forest wood from Germany. And so I want to maybe do something like roots, like a Blackwater, maybe Borneo tank or something like that. So that's a whole thing. And then over here, these guys are pretty cute. So while we answer some questions, I figure we'll just look at these CPDs, cories, and plecos, and gouramis that are all growing out here, as well as snails and shrimp too. because they're just so stinking cute. And there's a lot of them in this little 10-gallon. Sunset Jen, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. And also the CPDs now, finally, you can see their little spots, and their fins are starting to get the little orange indicators on them, which is cool. And the Cories have really similar colors just by random happenstance, which I think is cool. And the little plecos, they're growing very slowly. I have these lemon plecos for me grow very slowly. There's a lot in here, but they grow slowly. Slowly. All right, let's see here. Crazy Muncher, there's a name. Ever had or thought about getting eels? I've thought about it. I wish I could have some or had the space for some. What's up, Alex? Good to see you again. Hippie John the Fishmon. What's up, dude? Let's see here. Richard McCarthy. Aquario Neo just released an acidic and alkaline range buffered filter media for their CO2 products. Their CO2 products are great, but a cheap buffering alternative if it works. Interesting. Your average fish keeper says, happy birthday. Thanks. You got some snowball plecos. Ooh, I would love some snowball plecos. Man, I've been looking for those or blue seams or gold nuggets for a while, or phantom blues. Those are the three that are really like my, I've had them in the past, and I've like said, oh, I'm going to get more when I meet a breeder that has them, like when I don't have to go to somewhere, specifically like the wet spot and get them. Look at how at what different rates all these little Cories grow. Some are still like in their little, like, I call it their fawn stage, like a deer, because they have all the species tend to have little dots usually, and a little stripe on their eye. They're just kind of cute and derpalicious, derpa. Let's see here. So, there was a question, that I missed. Where did it go? Oh, are decapsulated brine, shrimp eggs as good as hatched? So if you watch my video on, the whole history of brine shrimp, basically, there is... So once the shrimp hatches, it's at its full nutritional value, for pound, because its yolk sac is all the energy it needs to develop and grow. So right when it hatches, those first 6 hours after it hatches are crucial. Then the next 6 to say 12 hours are its least nutritional pound for pound, because the yolk energy is gone and they are not even capable of eating food because they haven't grown their full digestive tract. So yes, decapsulated brine shrimp eggs are super good, like right away. And you either need brand new baby brine hatched within 4 hours, really, or you need brine shrimp that have been left to grow enough for about a week that then they can eat food that's enhancing what's in them. So if it's not enhanced food that they're getting, like algae or some sort of yeast and then some sort of keratin or something that increases color and so forth, then it's just downhill, basically. It's just filler and exoskeleton. Laura, thank you so much for the birthday $4.99. I appreciate it. Swanville Civil Rights Tribune, thank you. Appreciate the birthday wishes also. Did I sell any of the CPDs? I have sold some of these little CPDs. Some of them are older that are in the other tank, which we'll go to in a moment. But these ones are the younger of the two groups. And so the older ones I sold all but 4 of. And I've got about 30 maybe CPDs total. And I'm trying to decide how many I want as a kind of breeding colony per se. Let's see here. Do 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 do. Would rainbow shiners do well in a 20-gallon long? It's possible, but really a 40 or even a 30 long if you can find one of those. But really a 40 breeder or bigger is best. 55 would be really ideal with some power heads. They do get about 2 inches long, and they are really beautiful and colorful, but they really want a dozen or more of their buddies. So you can do it, but I think it's kinder not to do that. So that's my opinion there. Lead Dread, I really appreciate your comment of thank you for the channel. It saved me during these last couple of years. Well, you know what? Honestly, me too, buddy, because I don't know what I would have done, like cooped up in the house and after the lightning strike and depression, anxiety, chronic pain. I mean, it's all happened. And really throwing myself into the channel and into investigating different subjects and things has been my escape. And so it's been very, very nice to have it. Mountain Greenery, hello. Atkins, what's up? Ian, how's it going? He says, happy birthday. Wish I could send a super chat. Times are a little rough. No worries, man. I know how it goes. Don't worry about it. I was just saying anyhow that the super chats aren't going towards anything profound or anything super useful tonight. They're going towards me buying fish eventually. That's it. Hey, Michael. What's up? Mellow Bobbin. There's a name. Let's see here. You grew up in the Black Forest of Germany. Never heard of us exporting driftwood. Where did I get it? So it's what it is it's probably not even I don't know. It's probably like mulberry wood or something. Who knows if it's even a tree? But it's root wood, and it still has dirt on it, and it's got kind of the manzanita like swirls to it. Almost looks like elk antlers or deer antlers, like on a real mature deer. And it's a pretty hard wood, and then it is, you can tell that it's a very dense wood. The rings are so close together, it's hard to tell. So, yeah, but it's dug up. There's definitely dirt on it. So it's dug up from somewhere in Germany, supposedly. Who knows if it's even from Germany? Who knows? You know, they market all sorts of things to us saying, oh, it's magical elf fairy dust from the land of Narnia. Oh, wow, look at this shrimp. Let's see if we can zoom in on the position it's in. It's in a super weird... Oh, no, we missed it. There's a pregnant mama shrimp, and she was, like, stretched completely upside down so that you could see all the little babies. But we're zoomed in here. You can see all the little super peachy yellow guys. And, you know, these quarries are so much fun to watch. I love a quarry grow out tank. Plucko grow out tank, it's a mess, you know. There's not really a lot to say other than that. But the way I've done this tank has been a little different in that we've got the snails and I've allowed them to stay, and we've put paramecium and black worms and all sorts of stuff in here. And then the plecos are really the cleanup crew at the bottom. The cories are kind of the anything that gets missed by the... Well, first there were gouramis in here. Now there's all these celestial pearl Danios in here. And then the shrimp obviously can navigate anywhere. But there's something else really interesting I want to show you guys. Sorry about the shaking. I'm just trying to get set up here so we can zoom in on this guy. So you see this paradise fish or gourami? You see that pink in its head? That area that goes from its gill, from behind its eye, up the gill, and into its head. Well, that's its labyrinth organ. And you can see here that it is not forming. When you watch these guys, they have a labyrinth organ that forms a certain way. And I was reading about it, and I was kind of curious, like, to what extent it was an issue. Hold on, we're way too zoomed in. But basically, when they don't have humid, hot air right above their tank to breathe, their organ won't develop, and they never develop it, and they can actually sometimes even try to get out of water or try to be gulping and drown basically by, or asphyxiate, I should say. So it's important to have humid water above your aquarium. Now, by default, you do usually, but the cutoff is right around somewhere between 65 and 75. Anything over 75, for sure, you're going to have humidity of like 65, 70% at least over the aquarium, if not like 100% within an inch of the water level, especially if it's kind of trapped in the tank or you've got a lid. And then those organs can grow in the fish. But this one guy, this one that I didn't move, he isn't in a heat, like this tank hasn't been heated. I know there's a heater sitting in there, but it hasn't been on. So he hasn't been heated. And when we look at his buddies up here, hold on, they have formed that organ, and it looks very smooth. It's not a red mass that you can trace in their head. It's just a little curly Q type thing, and you can only see it because these are albino. But if we try to zoom in, can you see the difference between how the other one, you could see this big chunk of a thing? Well, the other way it's manifested is that these guys with it formed, they'll go to the top and they'll sit there and breathe the air, which they're fine with, whereas the other ones can't. All right, let's see here. Sage, thank you so much, and thank you for being a member. I really appreciate it for your time here. Whoa, Sage, thank you so much for the super chat. The $50, man, that is going to go far in the fish room. Thank you so kindly. I really do appreciate that. And that's a cute little animation. Thank you. Multi-stripe crew, what would you put in a 30-gallon aquarium with the measurements of 24, 18, 16? You know, I've been on a trip with cichlids lately. I've really been liking cichlids. They've been a lot of fun for me, and I think I would maybe do some little like golden eye cichlids, or maybe some convict cichlids, something like that, and then maybe some cories, and then a few tetras, or maybe even like some loaches. I don't know, that, or I would, it'd be cool to do a shelly tank with levels. Now, they like being on the bottom, but it'd still be cool to see if you could kind of build like a rack of rocks, like a little hillside in there, and see how they do. Texas Fish Room, what's going on? Good to see you. Dragon Lair, what's up, Patrick? How's it going, buddy? Dolbeck Aquatic Designs, hello. Joseph Stanley, hello. Ian says, so without the Labyrinth Organ, does that mean that a Paradise Gourami can only use its gills? Would it still be able to blow a bubble nest? Yes, it does only use its gills, and yes, it does have trouble building a bubble nest. I mean, very intuitive thought of yours, but yeah, it can, and that is partially how it gets the mucus out of its body to make those bubbles. Same with the betta. Bettas are not as sensitive. I mean, they still need to form with some humidity, but I guess the gouramis are much more. Now, I want to stop myself and mention that, have you guys ever seen glow light Danios, Chopra Danios, this intense in color? I mean, it is insane. They are lavender and yellow and orange and peach and striped, and they're zooming all over. I think they might need a different tank. This is a pretty rambunctious tank for them. But they have yellow finnage on their anal fin and underneath, and then they've got orange lined like piping on their dorsal fin. They're just so cool and so active. These are the ones that are from the Czech Republic. You see that yellow on their anal fin while they're all flared up? These two male, or actually that's a male and a female chasing each other. They're just so much fun to watch. So far they haven't been super violent or anything. They've just been very active. But I am keeping an eye on it because I'm afraid that they might get a little nippy. If nothing else, I'm really surprised they haven't gone after the shrimp. But yeah, I mean, these fish are unlike any glow light Daniel I've ever seen in the US. These, I would easily pay 10, 15 bucks for these guys. And size-wise, they're pretty small still, too. I mean, same size as a normal Chopra Danio. And then over here we got some Gobies eating. The Gobies, the neon gold and neon blue ones are in spawn mode in this tank. This is one of my favorite tanks, as you guys know. The Samurai Gouramis are also in spawn mode, so they're real pretty. They've got this metallic luster to them and this color and stuff. Swagmaster Flex, hello, and McKilla Gorilla, hello. RPXMX, can't even say that, but hello. Let's see here. Stilliner. Hello, what's up, dude? Do you think copper piping in my house could cause problems? So far, keeping neons and neorites, no issues. You know, it doesn't seem to put off enough whatever. If it were really old or damaged and was corroding to some degree and it had turned green and was like oxidized and like flaking off in chunks like an 100-year-old house or something, maybe, but I've never actually heard of it being an issue in a situation where people, you know, aren't getting some nasty sludge out of the tap, you know, already. Like, not in if the tap water looks good, they've been fine. That's been my experience. But you can always get a copper test kit, you know. Oh, and the little Sultan Pleco came out for everybody. Hey, George, what's going on, buddy? Have you done anything special to the tank that Samurai Gouramis are in, such as low TDS or anything else? So this tank gets water changes every other day. I use a turkey baster to clean off all the poo and debris because it's not a deep filter bed. Man, those guys are really bugging each other going at it. And there are rainbow fish in there. There's now a killifish in here who's also super beautiful. Look at him. He's got the derpiest little mouth. Got him over at Redfish Bluefish, along with these Czech Republic Chopra Danios that are just, man, I can't get over how beautiful they are. I'll have to post some pictures because obviously video's not doing any justice to how good they look. And honestly, same with the Samurai Gouramis. They've got blue and purple and this like cross hatching, and it just looks great. The Pseudomagil luminatus and the thread fins, everybody, I mean, this is a full loaded tank. It is a really fully loaded tank, especially with 15 Gobies in here. Normally, Gobies can't have water that is high TDS or any nitrates or nitrites. So, I mean, I have a filter that I plugged up halfway so that it falls, so that it aerates the heck out of the water. I mean, it's just constantly splashing. And then I've got the sides so that the fish can't wiggle their way up past the rim. They can't get a running start, really, like pogo stick jumping out. Same with, like, the Borneo loach back here, the blue-tailed Borneo loach. He's pretty special. He needs very low TDS. So the main thing is keeping the TDS low and not crashing the tank by, you don't want to crash it by having no TDS, no KH or GH, but you want low enough that it's like a river in a rainstorm. Yeah, these are glow light Danios from Redfish Bluefish. They are not from Dan's fish tanks or Dan's fish room. These are actually a source that no one in the US has, I'm sure. because Jason got them from a collective in the Czech Republic, from Redfish Bluefish dot shop is where he sells these. But they were only $7.99. I want to buy more. Honestly, I want to breed these and cross them with our Danios to get them to see how they are hardy wise. But I mean, they are just so beautiful, and the colors in their fins are incredible, let alone the rosy and peach body that they have. Never seen a Danios so colorful in my life. They're like rainbow sharks or something. Let's see here. Still in your thanks so much. $5 super chat, appreciate it, brother. Let's see here. Yeah, they're pretty good size, hippie. They're pretty good size as far as, I mean, we'll put my hand over the same depth in the tank. So they're, I mean, they're inch and a half maybe, rather than like an inch. Sometimes the ones in the US seem to stay closer to an inch. These ones are more active too. I mean, these almost are like as active as Kythit or Zebra Danios, honestly. Let's see here. Ava Mahler says, just had ick or something wipe out my fish. Do I need to throw away my 2 sponge filters and bleach the tank? If you don't know what it was, you might. If it was for sure ick, then you just need to turn the temperature up. But, I mean, honestly, if it killed everything in your tank, it may be worth just cycling it all over again, because that can be such a headache, especially, if it kills another round of fish a month or two after you're set up and back into business. It's heartbreaking and frustrating. Let's see here. Joseph Stanley, hello. Michael Long, hello. Thank you. Yeah. Dragon Lair has good advice with the turn the heat up to the 86, or it's technically 84.2 Fahrenheit, I believe. But, if you don't know that it was ick, then it's a whole other ball game. This tank, Levon FLA, this tank is not algae free. In fact, this tank is full of algae. This is all algae. This is algae down in here. There's algae on the moss. There's there's dust or diatomaceous algae over on the back there that the blue tail Borneo loach is hillstream loach is eating. And yeah, I mean, that is how I keep all these little gobies happy in here, is allowing the algae to grow. Now, I do turn on the light for a lot of hours, like 12 to 14 hours of the day usually. You can see there's this green algae that's like a green hair algae that is pretty intense. There's that red chin Panchax killifish, and he is that's a male, and he is what is his Latin name? It is Epiplatus, and then it's the name of a ichthyologist, like Degassi or something like that. Dagsy. Son of Quack, is it fine to continuously change water every other day? Thought it was fine if it was only fine if you were dealing with some kind of problem like ammonia or algae. If you have clean water, nothing wrong with it, and the water in your tanks is similar. So like this tank here has pretty low acidity. I mean, it has like a 6.0 pH right now. And you would not want to change the water heavily in here, because it would swing everything, and that would be bad. But hey, no, what are they eating? What are these shrimps eating? It looks like a... Oh, I know what it is. It's the rummy nose rasbora that got sick after it was... I still don't want it in here. The rummy nose rasbora that got sick after going into the tank without any heat. It got a little too cold and it shocked it. I'm really sad. I lost that. That makes 3 of them, and they all seem to have not ick, but like see they're wasting. See that there, and I've already treated them like just recently. I treated them for all sorts of parasites and everything. Where'd they go? Whereas you can see there's one that's doing okay, a female, but there's one that is let's see, can we get her? That she's just not gonna make it. I've tried everything with her, and I don't see anything coming out or anything of her. It's just she's wasting, she's stressed. It's just not good. But again, yeah, in this tank, you would swing the parameters if you did that. Now, if you have a tank where everybody's used to pretty neutral water and whatever your TDS out of the tap is, you can change that water constantly 24/7, non-stop all day, and it's fine. Meet, hello. Stephanie, hello. Chris Howell, hello. Let's see here. Jennifer, hello. We got lots of good people coming through. Hey, Jess, what's up? Manes, tails, fur, and fins. So it's a good time to mention that, hey guys, so for all you members out there, only $1.99. You can pay more if you want to support what I do, but it's only $1.99 if you want to be a member. And I'm sharing short news stories or a selection of them that I give Jess. So I give Jess over at the Aquatic Morning Show on her channel, Manes, Tails, Fur, and Fins. They do a morning show of all the kind of stuff going on, whether it's trade shows or news or, just guests from other fish tube channels and giveaways and games and, a lot of different stuff. And I have kind of a little segment on her show where I talk about something going on in the fish world. And if you want to watch those without interruption, just back to back to back, you can get 3 or 4 a week that I'll select my favorite ones that I've got from my little archive that's now ahead of where the members are. But you can watch those, and we'll be releasing some at the same time as the week of release on her channel. They're never going to be posted probably on my channel, the short videos, unless they're in some sort of collaboration, or not collaboration, but collection or something like that, like a greatest hits. Finn Wiggles, thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it. How do I get my dwarf crayfish to blue up? They came in blue and have since browned down. Yeah, that's very common. And I hate to tell you, but it is, other than putting athapascan-rich botanicals in the tank. So that would be things like, let's see here. We would have Jackfruit is a good one. It's got the red and the purple color in it. And that's blue when it's in tannic water. So if you've got water, or in alkaline water, so if you can push it a little more alkaline and have some of that in there, anything with athapascan in it, then yeah, you can sometimes get a little more bluing or a little more red if they're red, or a little more orange if they're orange. However, once they reach a certain age, they kind of just are not the best color anymore, unfortunately, and they blend in more. So sorry. A like, Spike, please. Yeah, sure, it's my birthday. Please, guys, like me, love me. We've only got 60 people that love me. or like me, even that tolerate me. How do you keep the TDS low in a tank? I've been thinking about getting some Samurai Gourami and some Sun Danios, but I'm scared that they die at the current water TDS. Yeah, if you don't have low TDS to start with, there's no good way to do it other than RO water, really. So you got to get that TDS low. Oh, I thought that snail was a dead fish for some reason. I was like, no, not another one. By the way, look at these lemon plecos when they get older. They are like peach, banana, orange. I don't know, like they vary, but this one is like a freaking peach. It's so pretty. This one here too. They get so bright. Oh, look at what we have here. Look what we have here, everybody. These are these are not the pair that spawned before. But look at all the eggs. Man, this camera is having a hard time focusing. Look at that. Daddy and mommy, they've got their eggs. They're guarding them. They laid them on a cinnamon leaf. So, that means there's two other Turkana jewel cichlids. Oh, yep. And they're in the farthest place they could be in the tank from the other ones. And that's because they are mean. They're very, very mean when they have babies. Yeah. So, the other thing is, these guys, I think they also have some babies too. And these babies are growing up. So, I think Kenny gave me the most... I mean, these fish, they're like Catholic or something. They're like Mormon. They're like... biblical, old school biblical. They got a lot of babies, and they have some wrath too. They have some serious wrath when they have the babies. Also, I'll update you guys on this little Chubbalumpkins that I got when I spoke down in Portland. I've never had any of these hybrid cichlids until now, but this is one of those parrot convict Honduran red point parrot cichlid, and it's a polar or Arctic's red point or Arctic convict or Arctic parrot, whatever you want to call it. But super Chubbalumpkins, pretty cute. Definitely nippy, and I've got two of them. I don't know the gender of the other one, but they're not that old. Where is the other one? The other one was just here a few seconds. Oh, the other one is down here in the little... And this one has all sorts of black markings on it, which is interesting. And it looks more like a clownfish than this one, which looks like a straight-up zebra. Really pretty cool-looking fish, but yeah, there's the other one. And I'm hoping that they're different genders. I think they might be, because just the way they act feels like pairing or spawning behavior. Now look at all these red root floaters. This is what I just posted on our local fish club that I'm trying to get rid of. Raise a little bit of money for my my little surgery that I got going on for if I'm out of commission for the week or whatnot. And also just to buy some fish. But yeah, I got a few red root floaters going here. They've literally started growing up and above out of the water. They're like 3 layers deep, which is pretty crazy. And on a Fluval 3.0, they're all flowering. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but they're really pretty. Let's see if we can get a zoom in on the flowers. Yeah. I mean, not the clearest zoom, but you can see the little flowers. They're really pretty. So yeah, kind of fun, kind of exciting. Hey, Macarena. Alright, sorry guys. I know this is a shaky camera today, and I apologize for that. Alright, I want to show you guys this colorful feller. Alright, let's see here. Chopper Danios are very common here also, Alishon. Just never that color like I see in the ones I have here. Alex, I got a tip from a woman in Seattle breeding the Enigmatochromis. She said that once she put them in a 75 tank with cories and tetras, they spawned. Right on. Thanks for the tip, man. Hey, guten Abend. Hello, fish peoples. How's it going, Priscilla? Good to see you, my friend. Aria H, what's up? There's algae on the like button. Better smash it to get it off. There's a female. Let's see here. Other than fish jumping out, any benefit to keeping the water level a little lower in your tanks? Not really, other than that fish can tell the difference between an inch or two of water change. It's the pressure, they can definitely sense that in their bladders, in their swim bladders. And so if you're trying to kind of like create a fake wet season or dry season, you can make the dry season by letting that level drop a few inches for like a week or 2 or 3 weeks, and then you can add in fresh water with a low TDS that's cool by about 10 degrees cooler, and that really mimics, like for Corydora especially, or angelfish, that really mimics what they want in an environment for spawning activity to occur. So I don't know. I think that's fun to just kind of, what's the word? Control all of those things to play God of the fish tank, as it were. I don't know. It's part of. I would say that's one of my favorite parts of keeping fish is figuring out what they do in the wild, like what's going on in the wild that triggers them to do any given thing, and then to watch that happen. Why is he not coming out? Come out, dude. I guess so. This guy right here, this guy, I tell you, he is. Thanks, Chevy Fish, for the birthday wishes. Also, what about green water itself? What do you mean? What about green water itself? I love green water. This tank's getting near green water. Oh wow, I'm really behind. Let me try to jump down to where we're at. Stephen P, thank you so much. Herpy derby, Swedish chef. I think that's inappropriate, seeing as though we have Priscilla here, and I don't care if she's Swedish or Swiss or Denmarkian or whatever she is, goblin, elf queen, whatever she may be. I just think that you're being insensitive to her people with their slurpy dirty. So, Stephen P, knock it off. No, thank you very much, buddy. And I kid, Priscilla. You know I love yous. Incredible artist. Check out her channel, definitely. Let's see here. So, yeah, these guys, man, I can't believe they just laid eggs. I can see one or two that are rotten already. See those really white ones? Kind of interesting. And the male that's in here, they made themselves this nice little cave. This was all aqua soil, like yay deep. And now it's all piled right here. They made themselves a trench and then a little nest. And you know how I showed you the one that was up here? Well, this is the male, and he chased, even through this guppy grass, which is thicker than all get out, he chased them away. I would say there's easily 100 eggs in there, and I can't keep playing musical fish forever. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these. I'm going to have to put them in with the Haplochromis. Ginger, thank you so much, Ginger Graves. I appreciate it. You've been a supporter for so long, and so sweet, and so kind, and thoughtful, and intelligent. I really appreciate your contribution to this community, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, these fish are real interesting to watch. Also, in my quest for slash Alex killed his scarlet Bettas by exposing them, the female, to his hybridized one that he's trying to spawn. So I made a hybrid and it didn't go so well because it was a monster. It's super mean. He's super mean. He's evil. He kills everybody, and he killed all the females. Now, this is the closest to the female that I got now that they've had some time to adjust, and we see red stripes. So all of those could have fooled me, and I got 5 in here. You could have fooled me. I would have thought, oh, yep, those are all good chances of being female the way they looked when I bought them. But not so much at all once I got them home, and about a week later, in their own tanks, when I split them up, not so much. Now, there's still 4 of those CPDs that I was talking about earlier over in here somewhere. Where'd they go? Sorry. Oh, there we go. Right there. So there's the CPDs that are older. And let's see. What's up with that one? Is it... Oh, it's just light reflecting on it. I thought there was something going... Oh, a water stain on the glass. That's what it is. I was like, no, I can't take another fish ailment right now. I have been a very bad, naughty boy, not keeping... not quarantining everything, because I've been getting it from people who I know pretty well. Also, look at this. These African amber barbs with Jason's incredible chili rasboras. See, he's got the chili rasboras that are in Europe. They're more common, where the males still have a big black dot on their side, but the females frequently don't have any marking. They just have like a peach or pink color on their side, almost like a phoenix rasbora rather than a chili rasbora. But yeah, they are in here and they're all getting along well. They're all teeny fish, all under an inch. And I'm trying to get, other than the CPDs, I'm trying to get the other guys in here to pop out, which are the... I also hatched some... what are they called? Ooh, here comes another beautiful little chili rasboras, 2 males. Where are they? Come on, guys. Oh, there's one. Pencilfish. So these are the Bickford champagne pencilfish. And I know that just looks like a gold line, because the zoom sucks on this for some reason tonight. Or the focus. I don't know if it's the internet or what. And now these little fish, see this? So, a little known fact about chili rasboras or any of the small Bararas species, if they have the word Bararas in their name rather than Danio or Divario or Sunda Danio, then it means that they are a true micro rasbora and not a rasbora. And it means that they've got extra caudal or spinal, like right in the tail, spine vertebrae, an extra 4 to 6 depending on the species. And they're able to zoom around quickly with that little improvement, that little tuning to their suspension. And what they are is they're little micro hunters. They have such teeny eyes. I mean, we're talking, this is my finger. They're not even as wide as my pinky finger. They're not even as long as my pinky finger is wide, some of these. But they're hunters. They hunt little paramecium and other little goodies that are in the tank. And because of that, they will actually rarely need food from the aquarium. What you really need to be adding food for is so that the algae and the paramecium and everything has food. But they actually prefer to eat the stuff that we don't even see in our aquariums most of the time. The little micro crustaceans and things like that. Yeah. I've also been getting a bunch of scuds out of this tank and feeding them up to my dragon goby and stuff like that. Also, these killifish are related to the other killifish, and I'm hoping they spawn soon. Ginger, 16-month member. Look at that. I've got a membership milestone. You have a great channel. I love the deep dives. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys hanging out here on my birthday day. My birthday day. Let's see here. Amy Lou, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You rock. I really do appreciate it. And then, can't see the fish, so kind of not desirable to have a tank full of slurm. Yeah, that's hard with green water. Mary Page, hello. And, oh my goodness, we got Alexander Engelhart in here. The man with the plan, a canal Panama. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody? Well, he's done it again. He's stolen the hearts of the nation. Thank you so much, buddy. I will put this to good use. I will buy at least 8 zebra plecos and attach laser beams to their heads so they can fight to the death. And I think that's what I'll use the money for. No, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it, though. All the support over the last year has just been incredible, dude. It really makes a huge difference. Thank you. Where is that little... I've got too many tanks with these, like, grow out situations where we've got, like, oh, some CPDs and some Rasboras and some this and some that all growing out. Well, now my next big project, after we get these guys raised and out, the female is like bright orange, the male is like blood red. Oh, here comes another male that's like purple, who's like definitely not the boss. Let's see. I'm curious if they're gonna do what they usually do, which is smash. Again, I'm getting humidity in this room. It's real hot in here tonight because I'm in here. So far, no Hulk smash, which surprises me. Usually they are... Oh, one saw the other. And is he going to go down into the tank and hang out with his babies? Or is he going to... Oh, no, never mind. There's Daddy. He's crimson red. Okay, so there's the Daddy. Here's the not Daddy. And here is... the other not daddy. It's an interesting... We got an interesting group, and that other fish is gone now. But they color down so much when they're not the dominant pair in the tank. I mean, these guys are just incredibly colored. The Turkana Jewel Cichlids, I would say no red on any fish that I've ever seen rivals how red they can get. Let's take a look at the tank that I want to spawn something from. So, pay no attention to the mess of wires. Okay, so these are the blue lip buffalo head cichlids. And this guy is getting huge. Now, bigger than I thought they got, period. Yeah, he's big. And he's probably six inches now. And pretty. And then we've got the Panduro cichlids, Apistos, and then we've got a bunch of Bettas that now have grown up in this tank. And then we've got another one of these blue lip, and this, I believe, is the female. Here's another juvenile one that we can't tell yet. They usually get a light line on their dorsal. And then we got a baby. Don't know where he came from, but... I mean, he's not a little baby, but he's 6 months old, something like that. So he came out of nowhere. And then we've got this guy, or gal rather, with the blue lips, the little yellow nubs on its pectoral fins, and then the red, and then a lavender body with more yellow on the fin. I mean, it's hard to see the color in this light, but they're just very subtle and cool colored fish. And then we've got the fire barbs in there because this is kind of an African tank minus the bettas and the panda pistos. But some of them look at this young one, is eating hornwort and stuff, which I find interesting. And then up above, as per every update with this tank, we've got half-beaks, little half-beaks. Yeah, little half-beaks. Just chilling, doing their thing. Let's get a nice shot of a nice female with a big old belly. See if she'll come back. She was hanging out just right here. But you can see how humid it is in here tonight. Sorry about that, guys. Also, T-Bone, hello, how's it going, mate? Oh, all your memberships were disconnected? I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. If you're having an issue with it, email me and I can always send you the articles and citations you're missing. Then we've also got the Synodontis over here, the Petricola Synodontis. I think they just look beautiful always. They just cruise around and do their thing and clean up my tank for me, which is nice. Oh, and then this little girl here, she's got an injury above her eye. And I think her boyfriend, not the Betta, her boyfriend, where did the other panda, Episto, go? I think he is the one who nipped her. But yeah, so I don't know what's going on. These two fish have their own sides, and they just stay on their own sides, and never the two shall meet, usually, unless it's food time. So that's a little bit frustrating for spawning purposes. But look at the size of that half-beak there. The golden one, I've got actually a platinum. She ended up being platinum. Let's see. There she is. So yeah. Looking good. Oh, and there's the little Synodontis, Petricola, the leopard, the Bengal of the fish world. And the panda Epistos. Okay. So this tank is so steamy and reflective. I feel like I'm wasting your time and energy on that. Oh, look at all the little gobies out. When I go away from the glass, the gobies come out to play. They all do the little dog pile thing and are always playing around with each other, which is fun. Now the Victorian cichlids, the Leucanzi, or not Victorian, the Leucanzi, not Paraguay, West African, we'll just say it West African, cichlids, they're hanging out under here. Oh, look at the little dragon goby, digging himself a little hole. But the African cichlids, here they are, under here, and they were extremely colored up, really beautiful. And now they're not so much, but they've got such a, they've changed the topography so much that I just feel like I guess I have to leave it. I just have to let them do them and let them figure out how they want to remodel it and scape it for their own spawning needs. Also, this is the killifish that I've been keeping for 6 months with a tumor. This is a least killifish, Heteranda formosa, and she's just got this gnarly tumor on her back. It hasn't spread or anything. And then we've also got the Jinja sulpharis guppies. Really pretty, subtle fish. And they've been slowly spawning. There's some youngins in here, and there's more hiding back in the tank. But they're a slow spawner, or breeder. They don't spawn. They have live babies. But compared to other endlers or guppies I've ever had, they're real slow. All right, let's see here. So I'm behind on chat again. Bateson, thank you so much, buddy. I really do appreciate. Gonna do frickin' plecos with frickin' laser beams. That's right. Appreciate the super duper pooper chat. Um, oh yeah, the little half beaks look like teeny gars. Yeah, they do. Hey Mary, check this out. Wait till I show you a real tiny half beak. See that little twig right there? Well, that is a baby. Let's see if we can get a clear shot of him. Also, here's that champagne strain of Bickford pencilfish, and I've got probably 6 of them in here. They weren't really super intentional. Like, I thought I'd try to breed them a while back and then gave up on it, but after I gave up on it, 2 fish groups later, I found the babies. Like, they hid out real low in the water. There's another one right there. They're real slow growers, or at least in my tank they are. Yeah, there's another one right there. See it with the red dot on its tail finally forming? Where's my birthday suit? I'm in it, bro. Bruh. Yeah, those pencilfish, they don't bring any money in the store or anything, but they're just fun to spawn, and they're a challenge. Here comes the CPDs doing their little march. But where did my... I guess I scared him now. I was going to try to show you guys the little half-beak because he's so stinking cute with his little half-beakedness. Let's see if maybe I can scare him out. Sorry, guys. I know I'm moving this. Every time I breathe, it moves. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen, but probably not, unfortunately. But see how they're going after anything I just disrupted off the plants? That's that micro predator thing that I was talking about. So a lot of people feed their teeniest nanofish thinking that they're feeding them and they need that, when in reality what they need is the little teeny stuff that's in the ecosystem of your aquarium. They're like little sharks. I mean, there's a reason they're shaped like little sharks, the chili rasboras. They will eat some flake food, but they do better if you can get them actual live scuds and things like that. Alright, well, I think we're done with this tank, but let's go look at another. Sorry, we're climbing, people. We're climbing on the sofa. So, even steamier tanks. We've got the wild bettas. These are betta Menopia. I don't know how to say it. Menopia. But there's a female. She's pretty drab, a little bit of navy blue on her. And the males, if we can get one, let me see if I've got something to move the plants with. The males actually have males hiding right under there, but they have a pretty nice color to them, whereas the females, they have these beautiful eyes, but they're very earth tone. They're very down to earth. And yes, believe it or not, they are living with little Malawa shrimp. and haven't eaten them all, which is surprising to me. Oh, too much duckweed to see what's going on from above. That's frustrating. But yeah, so that's what's going on around here, you guys. I haven't seen a ton of questions, but I know I missed some. But I've had a good time just talking with you guys. What's up, Nigel? What is up? So I don't think I'm gonna stay on here a terrible long time. Terrible? A terrible long time. Oh, I forgot to show you guys up here too, all the bell-bottom guppies and my other project of guppies and the least killifish and the Medaka rice fish. Medaka rice fish have not been spawning at all. Oh, and the labyrinth fish that I showed you earlier. These are the parents that owe a lot of child support for the amount of food I feed them. Lots of child support. Yeah. Kevin, this is not a high-tech tank. In fact, if you notice, this filter is not on, nor is that filter. These tanks have no filtration, no mechanical filtration. They do have a fairly deep substrate, about yay deep, of ADA and Fluval stratum mixed together with their little root tab things in them. But basically, yeah, there's a heater in the tank, but that's not even always on. It's set to 74. And I should crank the water back up, but one of the keys is having no moving water. That really does help. The real main key, though, is low nitrates and highlight. Highlight. 3.0 all the way up with the settings. You can see these other plants are coming up immersed. The red is showing through on the leaves like this. Yeah, that really is the trick, though, is the low nitrates. You want no nitrates, no... Yeah, the Fluval 3.0 Planted Plus is the light on there. And it's the default, like, whatever. I asked earlier if half-beaks were hard to raise. Yeah, they bash their face a lot, and they are a little delicate. They're not hard per se, but I notice a lot of them die when they're getting used to a tank, and then once whatever you have that's alive after like 2 weeks, they'll be alive for like a year or two. But anything less than that, they pass away really easily, unfortunately. They're pretty fragile in that respect. And I don't know why. It's kind of like shrimp. Like stress, I think, is a real thing for them, a real killer. And I think that's why. But they're pretty inexpensive, so I would say, like, look into it. Look into getting some. And again, this tank has not been high-tech either lately. I do have the CO2 running again, but I didn't for a long time. It was out for a long time. And this is a Twin Star SA light, which is incredibly bright, and I got for a good deal when I bought 2 of them and picked them up from the distributor. So, but that's really what's powering all this. Low nitrates. Even though there's so many fish in here, their nitrates get converted almost immediately. And that is one of the keys. And that's how you get even brighter red root floaters like these ones. When you're under a good light, obviously it makes a difference for being able to see the color of things on a live stream. But this is straight up blood red underneath. Pretty bright. And then they're more pastel with random hues of like peach and yellow and orange. Yeah, female half-beaks are prone to dying after giving birth. Yeah, they're prone to dying, period, a lot. I mean, they just die. They smash their face, they get infected. They're pretty raucous little fish. Also, I have even more of these silly lemon plecos. I'm sure the male's in a cave somewhere doing his thing, protecting. Like, I know he's in his cave, hidden under all these stuff. Also, this, it is my birthday, Tori E. Correct, tomorrow is my official birthday. But today's the stream, so it's a stream dream birthday, da da da. Happy, happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy, happy birthday. Don't copyright pursue. So this is my Logonodrome boldii silver that I've been trying to get to grow, and it just won't freaking grow. It gets one or two leaves and then one falls off, and it's just like over and over and over that cycle. So that's frustrating. But then we've got the Logonodra carolensis, Logonodra red, and they're doing a little bit better now. They look like they're okay. So I'm going to move all these guys out of here. All these little fellas are going to get moved into a different tank. And then I'm just going to let it be for like 2 or 3 weeks and see if any little teeny fry appear. That's kind of the game plan. And then we'll see if they're Tinwinnie fry or if they're the meteor minnow or white cloud minnow. Now, there's a white patch. You see that on here, and I need to make sure that that's not going to turn into like velvet or some sort of little infection. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. It could just be an injury because they joust a lot and they smash into stuff and they scrape on rocks and things. But that's something I'll be keeping an eye on. Salt dip if that happens to be the thing. You have two Crebensis. They've been chasing each other. Are they mating? Well, you would know if they were mating because they would have babies. The female would be in like the area protecting it. The male would probably be the one guarding the cave and like jutting out and like attacking anything that comes near. And then once they hatch, the male may eat the babies, but usually there's so many that they won't eat the babies for a little while, so you'll have some time to kind of process like, oh, I should move the babies. A few are getting eaten each day kind of thing. And then by like the, I don't know, 10th day, they could eat them all, that kind of thing. My blue coaches, I have not had luck spawning them, but I've never really tried. The other Borky Tetra that wasn't the Cochus, the smaller one, you see the Cochus are still all in here. I wanted to spawn those, but I got sent the wrong fish, so they all grew up into the actual Cochus Tetras. Whereas I had wanted these other ones that have a body more like an Ember Tetra. The Ember Tetras all got moved, though. How long should I wait for red gills to go away? New fish, new tank, got red gills. Everything is 0 except nitrate, 20 to 30. Water changes to 10. Still has red gills. If the gills are red, that's actually an indication of oxygenation. What you don't want is the whole area to be inflamed and look like bloody red, if that makes sense, like frayed. You don't want white, clear mucus coming out onto the gills. But if they just look really fresh and red, that's actually a healthy sign. But you don't want them exposed unless it's a species where they're kind of exposed. So I can't really give you a good answer without seeing exactly what's going on and knowing what that fish usually is like. But, yeah, sorry. Well, guys, I have to call it a night because my phone is going to die, and I'm on my phone tonight, and my wife is cooking some food. And, oh, by the way, you know that tank that has no filtration on it, has all the red root floaters? That is going to change. Oh, wait. That is going to change. So I have to decide what I'm going to do with that tank. If I'm going to make it a grow out like gardening tank, or if I want to do a spawning thing. It'll probably be another spawning thing. Because of the size, it just lends itself to like pleco grow out or cichlid grow out. M&C Aquatics, I always use gravel at the bottom, a little bit of sand, like pea gravel, like rounded pea gravel. Then I use ADA Amazonia Light, usually, or the original. And then I use Fluval Stratum. I mix the stratum and the ADA so that it's a little active, a little bit of ammonia, nitrate, but not too much. And then the last layer, I generally do either a little more gravel on top and some accent rocks, or I'll do sand, like a layer of coarse sand, pool filter sand. And I know some people may say, that's not coarse. To me it is, because I have silt locally in creeks and lakes and stuff that I can get that's like mud, and it will seal off. It will cap an aquarium or a substrate in less than an inch, completely cut off the air to it so that I can do anoxic type stuff. But that's kind of the layer I usually do. I do have a couple videos on substrate specifically though, and if you look at how I built like my last aquascape tank that I document building, the last few, you can also see the process there. Even honestly, even in my CPD breeding colony tank. That's what the name was, but turned into something else. Any tips to sink spiderwood? Yeah, put those little lead bands around it, or just tie it down to something if you've already got something down there like wood that is staying. And if that doesn't work, a lot of times I'll just set a rock on top of it and just put it in the tank for a month or however long it takes, and eventually it'll sink. All right, guys. Tukuli for Schoolie. If I catch it, I have a pygmy quarry flashing. I'm afraid if I treat the tank, I'll kill my microinvertebrates. You value fruit. Yeah, it's a real possibility. I would treat them if they're flashing. It could be ick, and you know they're an armored catfish, so they can have. They can manifest it a little differently. So I would take a look maybe at turning the temperature up. Quarries can almost always handle that. Turn it up to like 85, 86, and maybe do a salt dip on them, and then that way you're not impacting the rest. Also, you can use the ICX and stuff like that. Like that's a time when I would consider it. But like you said, ICX can kill a lot of those other little critters, stuff like that, that the fish are eating. So let's see here. Oh, thank you so much, Mary. Love you too, buddy. Tom Putty, what is up? Once again, happy birthday. I hope you and your bride have a great week together. I'm going to call her my bride for the next 10 years too. She's doing what a most amazing wife does on your birthday stream. Give me a trivia.
I don't have it ready.
So we're gonna do a stream together soon, and we're gonna do what?
I'll be in it for like 10 minutes.
It's freaking huge, guys. She's lying. You better get more questions.
No.
So we're gonna do a trivia of like animals with fish names, bands with fish or aquarium related names. So it's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek, but we're gonna do a little thing because I want my wife on the channel, and other than blue gouramis and discus, which she won't let me have, yeah, that's how I'm gonna get her involved. And then soon, this is me plotting while I'm holding the camera with the other hand. Then she will fall in love with fish, and she'll be the one hoarding fish, and I'll have to stop her or something. All right, guys. Well, I got to get out of here. Plus, I'm walking all over other streams and things like that, and I got some sort of itchy rash tonight. I don't know what's going on. Life is hard. Alex, you're gonna get banned. You're gonna get canceled for your mouth, just for your mumbly mouth. I do have a wonderful, I have a wonderful wife, a wonderful life going. After my surgery, things will be so much better. Hopefully, I can walk again and go fishing again and carry more than 10 pounds again. I did not touch bloodworms that were fresh, but I may have touched something that was on the lip of a tank. We'll have to figure out. I'm going to go take a shower. But I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for the very kind and generous super chats. I'll be sure to buy something cool with it that I share with you guys the video on, something new and interesting. And you know, I appreciate everybody's kind thoughts and bearing with the fact that the camera and stability tonight was atrocious. I will be using StreamYard and the widget, the gimbal in the future. I wanted to try using it because I could zoom in, and so many little fish wanted to be on the stream tonight. Michael Pfeiffer, hello and goodbye. And oh, Discordia, also, thanks for your comments and your kindness and your well wishes. Also, Dr. Mazerel, hello and goodbye. You say hello, and I say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. That's not how the song goes. I don't know why you say hello, I say goodbye. Is that how it goes? Or is it the other way around? I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello. I don't know. Hey, la, oh, la. Alright, guys. Well, I will talk to you later. Thank you so much, super duper chatters, mods, watchers, members, lurkers, people who question me, people who don't question me, and the little people. I haven't thanked them in a while. Thanks, little people. Alright, guys, I will talk to you later. I'll be back on Friday, probably at an earlier time than 7:30. I'm not liking the 7:30 time slot with the way my life works right now. So, may happen earlier. Oh yeah, down South Basin. Glad to help if I could help. Yes, Nano people and the Peanut Gallery. Yes, Big Dub, the Peanut Gallery. All right, guys, I gotta go now. I've been saying goodbye for 15 minutes. All right, thanks though, and much love. Take care of your critters, your plants, and yourself. Or you can't do the other part, and then you know nothing's good. So make everything good, and let's all take care of each other and ourselves, so we can take care of the things around us that we love. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. See you in the videos this week. And if you're a member, you can watch the extra content, the news, the stuff that doesn't make this channel, and the cool stories about smuggling killifish and colonies of fish under the Antarctic ice sheet. All sorts of crazy stuff for $1.99. Plus, you can see my sources when I do a video that has citations. All right, guys, gotta go. Bye.